Oprah Gail Winfrey was born on January 29, 1954, in the small rural town of Kosciuszko, Mississippi, a place where poverty shaped everyday life. Her birth did not arrive with celebration or stability. Her mother, Vernita Lee, was a young housemaid trying to survive on limited income, and her father, Vernon Winfrey, was serving in the military and unaware of her birth for some time. For the first years of her life, Oprah lived with her grandmother, Hattie Mae, on a modest farm. Resources were scarce, and life demanded discipline and hard work. Yet within that simple environment, something remarkable began to grow. Her grandmother encouraged reading and introduced her to the Bible, which became Oprah's earliest classroom. By the age of 3, she could read aloud with confidence. Words became her comfort and imagination her escape. Even in hardship, the seeds of curiosity, resilience, and expression quietly began shaping the girl who would later captivate millions. A childhood marked by hardship. When Oprah moved to Milwaukee at the age of 6 to live with her mother, life became more unstable. Her mother worked long hours and supervision was limited. During these years, Oprah faced difficult experiences that left deep emotional wounds. She later spoke openly about being mistreated as a child and how those events created confusion, fear, and shame she carried for years. As a young girl, she struggled with trust and belonging. School, however, became a safe space. Teachers quickly noticed her intelligence and her ability to speak clearly and passionately. While many children her age were learning basic lessons, Oprah stood out for her reading skills and thoughtful expression. Yet outside the classroom, she still felt invisible and uncertain about her future. Those early years were painful, but they also quietly strengthened her empathy. The same sensitivity that once made her feel vulnerable would later become the quality that helped millions of viewers feel understood. A turning point in Nashville. At 13, Oprah was sent to Nashville to live with her father, Vernon Winfrey. The change was dramatic. Vernon believed strongly in discipline, education, and personal responsibility. His household had clear rules about schoolwork, reading, and respect. At first, the structure felt strict, but it soon became the stability Oprah had been missing. Vernon insisted she read books every week and discuss what she learned. He pushed her to speak confidently and think critically. Slowly, her confidence began to grow again. In school, she joined debate teams and drama clubs where she discovered the power of public speaking. Standing in front of an audience gave her a feeling she rarely experienced before, being seen and heard. Teachers encouraged her talent and reminded her that her voice had value. The discipline at home combined with encouragement at school helped redirect her life. What once felt like a broken path began slowly turning toward opportunity. Discovering the power of voice. By the time Oprah was 16, her speaking ability had already begun opening doors. She won a public speaking competition sponsored by a local radio station, and the prize included a small scholarship and a part-time job reading news on air. For Oprah, the opportunity meant more than money. It meant a microphone and a platform. Sitting behind that radio desk, she realized that communication could become her future. She attended Tennessee State University while continuing to work in broadcasting, balancing classes with practical experience. While other students were discovering their paths, Oprah was already living hers. Radio taught her rhythm, timing, and confidence. She learned how words could move people and how sincerity could connect with listeners. Each broadcast strengthened her belief that storytelling mattered. The girl who once felt powerless began discovering that her voice could inform, inspire, and comfort others. It was the beginning of a lifelong relationship with audiences. Breaking barriers in television. At 19, Oprah became one of the youngest news anchors in Nashville television history and one of the first Black women to hold such a position in the region. The achievement was groundbreaking but not easy. Television news demanded a reserved, polished style that did not always match Oprah's natural warmth and emotional honesty. After moving to Baltimore for a larger role, she struggled to fit the traditional mold expected of news anchors. Eventually, she was moved from the evening news desk to a daytime talk program called People Are Talking. What initially seemed like a setback became an unexpected breakthrough. In the talk format, Oprah could speak naturally, react emotionally, and truly connect with guests. Audiences responded immediately. Instead of distance, they saw authenticity. Instead of scripted delivery, they felt genuine conversation. This experience revealed that her strength was not pretending to be someone else. Her strength was being exactly who she was. The rise of a cultural phenomenon. In 1984, Oprah moved to Chicago to host a struggling morning program called AM Chicago. Few expected the show to succeed, yet within months, ratings soared. Viewers were drawn to Oprah's ability to listen deeply and respond with compassion. She spoke openly about real issues, family struggles, self-esteem, relationships, and personal growth. In 1986, the show was renamed The Oprah Winfrey Show and launched nationwide. It quickly became the most watched daytime talk show in America. For 25 years, Oprah's stage became a place where difficult conversations could happen openly. She encouraged people to share their experiences and reminded viewers that their stories mattered. Her honesty created trust with audiences across cultures and backgrounds. The program changed daytime television and expanded what talk shows could be. Oprah was no longer simply a host. She had become a powerful voice in media and a symbol of empathy in storytelling, building an independent empire. One of Oprah's most important decisions was creating Harpo Productions, her own production company. By owning her show, she gained creative control and financial independence rarely seen in television at the time. This decision allowed her to expand beyond hosting. Harpo produced television programs, films, and later magazines. In 2000, she launched The Oprah magazine, which quickly became one of the most successful lifestyle publications in the United States. Oprah also produced films and supported projects that explored meaningful social themes. By 2003, she became the first Black female billionaire recognized by Forbes. Yet for Oprah, the business achievements were never only about wealth. Ownership meant freedom to choose stories that mattered and to support voices often overlooked in mainstream media. Her empire showed that creative vision combined with determination could reshape industries. It also proved that leadership could be both compassionate and powerful. Personal challenges behind the spotlight. While Oprah's public life looked extraordinary, her personal journey remained complex. She spoke openly about struggles with body image and health, challenges that many people related to. For decades, she discussed dieting, wellness, and self-acceptance on her show, turning personal difficulty into shared conversation. Her long relationship with Stedman Graham also reflected her unconventional life. Though they became engaged in the early 1990s, the couple chose not to marry and instead built a partnership that respected their individual independence. Oprah also chose not to have children, later explaining that the demands of her career and personal healing made motherhood difficult to balance. Instead, she invested her energy in mentoring and supporting young people around the world. These personal decisions showed that success does not remove life's questions. Even someone admired by millions continues to navigate identity, relationships, and self-understanding. Reflection on legacy and meaning. Today, Oprah Winfrey stands as one of the most influential media figures in modern history. Her life story, from a small Mississippi town to global recognition, illustrates the power of resilience and purpose. Yet she often reminds audiences that success does not erase every doubt or difficulty. Behind the accomplishments remains a person who continues to reflect on life's deeper questions. Oprah frequently speaks about gratitude, mindfulness, and the importance of using one's voice responsibly. Her legacy is not only the shows she hosted or the wealth she created, It is the conversation she opened, the opportunities she created for others, and the reminder that empathy can shape leadership. Oprah's journey shows that personal history does not have to limit the future. With courage, honesty, and compassion, even the most challenging beginnings can grow into stories that inspire generations.